Abusuaga Ghana Mampani, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Wabedu Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel na ekoso ewa ha ne se Africa Oil Week na womo di ho dwuma na we no bibre mu ma mu ha countries ewa ha nyina enye Ghana nko Nigeria for ha Senegal for ha be bibia eno ma be kom ho abom ewa ha sen ya womo dwendwen kwan ya be fa so na fan wo a yetu ewo Africa ha no yetimi edi aboye ho bra na etimi akoye nim yetimi atu amana ye fenso yetu niye eno nti o ha Ghana hasin yewo GMPC wa ha yewo companies akase omu nyina no eba fango hu dwedi a womo edimo ntintimai omu nyina no ewa ha bia enema omo ezebete ni omo timi ye ene ni omo beye enyina ena Ghana Mampani akwa we inspect na meka wo se sa dwumadi a ekoso yi mpaso anase sika yedi ehye ama oman no ene Africa ha ina yetimi afa yentuma pefra eye 1.5 billion US dollars not just scan mu edupa enti no ye hwese ye de shemu enye de ebenya returns am ye nya so mfa so pi eno na dwumadie na wo mo sha ase nra na eguso a ekoso no Ghana Mampani ene the keynote person wo be address embenifo a ababe piem we wa ha enti no na elegantly gorgeously Ghana Mampani enam ha na wo ba no aba addressing penifo na busua Ghana News TV so and when you go out and Mr. Say indeed can wa ba ohwe me a subscribe no wa share dem am so ena wa ma no ne Europe mbotem ho nyina anase wo America anase Canada download the LemFi never send discovery fee or mo rate no da form kama sanso na scan betimi asend ya ko mobile money mo betimi asend nkwa enzo akọ bank account mama na yie na ade ba ko a omo yi a manage ho a me pese ubef nam sa akonya no so I enjoy and say LemFi for run 2% promotion o send this ka free €50 and I say $50 cost running nyina no omo ma 2% of scanner send the to send the akunkro no asenya wade nti fasa akonya no so ne send usika wo so send ba my Ghana mu nyina ni manimu ya ne nya ho faso twutwuri di ne bi abusua wo download the app na Bo News eshem as referral code yanko ne yanko hwe ne ntie ne a ekoso e wa hase
what is you know the way the economy is this way right so and then the routine, then you don't have to be onshore.
Sustainable growth and innovation across Africa. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, with warmest applause as we welcome to the stage to deliver the keynote address, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana.
The land is good.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Ministers of State, senior government officials here, Ministers of Oil and Energy from across the African continents, key actors in the petroleum and energy space, friends from media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you all to Accra, the gateway to Africa, for this year's Africa Oil Week. On behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished guests from across the continent and around the globe. Today we gather not only to showcase Africa's immense hydrocarbon potential, but also to engage in a frank dialogue on how best to deploy these resources to advance sustainable development, industrialization, and energy security for our people. Allow me to use this opportunity to commend Sankofa Events and all partners whose tireless efforts have made today's event possible. Hosting this event in Ghana is no mean achievement, and your hard work has delivered a moment of pride for our country and our continent. We also sincerely appreciate the government and people of South Africa who have nurtured this platform into one of the world's foremost gatherings of energy leaders. Ghana pledges to keep that flame burning brightly. AOW has become the premier forum for dialogue and partnerships in the energy space in Africa. Over the past 3 decades, it has facilitated collaboration between governments, companies, and investors, generating networks and business deals of global impact. This year's theme, Creating Our Future Through the United Power of Human Intelligence, is timely because it challenges us to pool our expertise, our resources, and vision to shape a sustainable energy future for Africa. Africa must take ownership of its resources and its destiny. Africa holds nearly 10% of the world's proven oil reserves and significant natural gas deposits, with a substantial portion of these resources remaining untapped. These resources present an opportunity to transform our continent from a primary exporter of raw commodities into a hub for energy-driven value addition, boosting our petrochemical potential and our industrial growth. And yet, paradoxically, more than 600 million Africans still lack access to electricity. Another 1 billion have no access to clean cooking systems. This is a gap we must urgently close if we are to achieve the African Union Agenda 2063 and the UN SDGs before 2030. This makes Africa's oil and gas reserves strategically pivotal, not just for global energy security, but also to address Africa's energy poverty. A continent with the world's youngest population cannot build its industries or create jobs without reliable and affordable energy. Africa must not be left behind in the energy transition. If international oil companies reduce their presence, we must prevent our resources from becoming stranded assets. This requires African collaboration, financing, and innovation. We already have the tools: the African Petroleum Producers Organization, the African Continental Free Trade Area, and the Emerging African Energy Bank. These institutions can mobilize African capital, technology, and markets. They can drive aggressive exploration, refining, petrochemical, storage, and transport infrastructure. Together, they can ensure that Africa's resources fuel African development. Here in Ghana, opportunities abound in the oil and gas sector. Ghana has several sedimentary basins with great prospects. At the Risk Western Basin, where we have the Jubilee 10 and Sankofa Ginyami fields. Recently, we reached a $2 billion investment agreement with the Jubilee and 10 partners, and we're now in talks with the Ginyami Sankofa partners to speed up and expand their activities in their concession area. The Central Salt Pond and Eastern Kita basins demonstrate significant potential, and we invite and encourage investors to visit the data room and review the available information on these prospects. Ladies and gentlemen, it is instructive to note that Ghana, like most African countries, has large unlicensed acreages across our offshore and onshore basins. The onshore Voltairean Basin presents one of the most exciting frontiers on the continent. The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and its exploration subsidiary, Exploco, are advancing preparations to drill 2 new exploration wells by the end of the third quarter of 2026. This presents a unique farming opportunity for partners seeking to pioneer Ghana's onshore potential. Under my leadership, we're committed to building a business environment in Ghana that meets investors' expectations while safeguarding our national interest. When I took office in January, we immediately signaled to the investment community that Ghana's upstream sector is open once again for business. And we're committed to working with both existing and prospective investors to promote exploration both offshore and onshore. These policy initiatives have begun to yield the needed results, and I'm pleased to share with you the recent renewed interest in our offshore basins. The sector is picking up with increased production of gas from the Jubilee and OCTP fields. At present, 3 super majors are at various stages of commercial negotiation with the Ghana negotiations team and GNPC. This is a strong signal of confidence in Ghana's sedimentary basin, our governance and investment climate. To meet the evolving needs of the sector, we're undertaking a comprehensive review of our Petroleum Exploration and Production Act, which was passed in 2016, Act 919, in response to the global dynamics of the upstream and oil industry. Our goal is clear. We aim to make Ghana's regulatory and fiscal framework more competitive, more transparent, and more investor-friendly, ensuring a fair sharing of value between the state and our partners. In the midstream, Ghana is pursuing bold steps to secure energy reliability. In this regard, our national oil company, GNPC, together with Shell and other partners, are renegotiating the liquefied natural gas sale and purchase agreement to ensure that imported LNG can be delivered into Ghana within the next 18 months. This will end our reliance on expensive liquid fuels as backup for domestic gas, thereby strengthening energy security and lowering our energy costs. At the same time, the government is implementing an accelerated plan for developing its gas infrastructure. This includes investment in pipelines, new processing plants, and storage systems to guarantee sustainable evacuation of gas from our production fields to the market. These initiatives will open up significant opportunities for private investment and strategic partnerships. In the downstream, Ghana's vision is to transform into a regional petroleum hub, and our primary focus is to ensure that we anchor our energy reliability and security through a gas-to-power policy, which seeks to ensure that natural gas becomes the primary source of fuel for our thermal plants. We're also pursuing policies to develop the country's petrochemical petroleum mooring systems and pipeline facilities, in addition to oil and gas refineries. These downstream initiatives are designed not only to enhance our value addition, but also to position Ghana as a hub for petroleum and energy-based industrialization in West Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me be quick to state that we're equally conscious that the future of energy lies in a balanced transition. Ghana is committed to pursuing oil and gas development alongside renewable energy investments, ensuring that no citizen is left behind in the global shift towards cleaner energy technologies. In this regard, I established the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition early in the year to underscore my commitment towards sustainability and climate action. We invite investors to partner with Ghana. We're determined to create an enabling environment where your capital, your expertise, and your innovation will thrive while delivering jobs and shared prosperity. I call on you participants at this year's Africa Oil Week not only to exchange ideas, but to make it a platform for action. The partnerships forged here must translate into concrete projects across our continent. We must act together with urgency and purpose to end energy poverty in Africa, to add value to our resources before export, and to ensure that Africa benefits fully from the wealth that is beneath its soil. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time, your ideas, and your commitment, and I wish you a productive and successful Africa Oil Week 2025. May this gathering strengthen our partnerships and advance Africa's energy future. I thank you, and God bless Africa.
Your Excellency, thank you for the speech. May I ask you to take a seat whilst we do the most important part of this event?
Warriors here, this is gungulung 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 gung. This is Ghana News TV. The time is 6 o'clock. Let me follow Ghana.
So send this kefia manoni aba Africa ha. Use LemFi. Say ye fear wo pese won tono. Use LemFi. E dan ya na say japade a wani da so a pese oto Africa ha no. Use LemFi. So wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no Africa ha. Use LemFi. Sanso e na say uti obi school fees ama no a. Use LemFi. Nyenti ame kanfo LemFi ama one say utimi send this ka efa LemFi so a e mani begu bank account mu sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu enu achi nso no de bia LemFi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya LemFi e secured na wo send this ka enche na nipa wo send ama no ne nsa aka LemFi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the LemFi send this ka untu ahwe bomodia dey use me code NEWS news na say any day they can register or LemFi so a unya bonus sanso and now use chen so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma.
Follow and watch Ghana News TV.
Capacity to develop and propel the continent, especially for our youth. This is not just statistics. It is a barrier to education. It's a barrier to healthcare, economic growth, and more importantly, human dignity. Our duty first and foremost is to the youth and the people of Africa, and we cannot fail them. But the critical question is how Africa can effectively utilize its oil and gas resources and harness the collective power of human intelligence to achieve energy security and sufficiency. I'm happy to inform you that here in Ghana, we are making some significant strides. We are not just supplying enough power for Ghana, but we are exporting power to Togo, to Benin, to Cote d'Ivoire, and to Burkina Faso. That is no mean an achievement. His Excellency President Mahama has launched an ambitious program, and this is a policy that I think all of us should learn from, what he calls the gas to power policy, which is a strategic initiative aimed at utilizing the country's natural gas resource to generate electricity, thereby enhancing energy security, reducing over-reliance on fossil fuels, and supporting sustainable development. Since assuming office in January 2025, the government of Ghana, under the able leadership of President Mahama, has been laying the foundation for the next chapter of Ghana's energy story. This is a story of confidence, a story of collaboration, and concrete investments. Upon assumption of office, we took very bold steps and policy initiatives to engage investors in the upstream petroleum sector to address the dwindling fortunes in our exploration and production drive. I'm happy to report that the scorecard shows that we are making significant progress. In just about 7 months of being in office, we've already signed a $2 billion framework agreement with our Jubilee and 10 partners. This investment is expected to be committed to the drilling of 20 new wells and associated infrastructure over the license period. I can announce today, here today, at this very program, that Ghana will sign another Memorandum of Intent with our OCTV partners to pave the way for another $1.5 billion investment in the upstream sector of this country. This is not just a figure on paper. It is a vote of confidence in Ghana's upstream petroleum sector. It's a vote of confidence in our economy and a commitment to job creation and a catalyst for the infrastructure that will propel our nation to achieve accelerated inclusive growth. Furthermore, the interest in Ghana's upstream potential continues to grow. Other global energy giants have formally expressed a strong interest in partnering with Ghana to develop our hydrocarbon potential. We welcome this interest and we are actively engaging with them.
ENI and the toll for increased investment in oil and gas development in Ghana. This is a $1 billion investment. This signing marks a significant step forward in deepening collaboration and strengthening partnership to advance Ghana's energy sector and support our shared vision for sustainable growth in Ghana's energy sector. May I respectfully invite the Honorable Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable John Mahama, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Honorable Dominic Ayine, Mr. Kwame Into Amua, CEO of GMPC, and our distinguished partners from ENI, Vitor. Okay. If you could have the document for signing, please. The order of signing will be as follows. The Honorable Minister of Energy and Green Transition, followed by the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General, next, we would have the CEO of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC. ENI. and Vitol. I now invite the Honorable Minister of Energy and the representative from ENI to exchange copies of the signed Memorandum of Intent. We will seal this milestone with a handshake and will pose for photographs. Okay, if we could have everybody stand in a straight line for an official photograph. Yeah.
The land is good, the land is fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Take his leave now. On his way, he will inspect the booth of GMPC, Petroleum Commission.
Opening ceremony. And as His Excellency takes leave of us, he will also do a quick tour of our exhibitions of the various organizations, companies, and bodies right outside the hall. May I kindly ask that you remain here in the room as we proceed with our program this morning.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha use LemFi. Say ye fear wo pese wo nto no use LemFi. Edan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese wo to Africa ha no use LemFi. So wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha use LemFi sanso and as a uti obi school fees amanoa use LemFi nyenti amekanfo LemFi ama one say utimi send this car efa LemFi so a e mani begu bank account me sanso and etimi begu mobile money account me eno achi nso no de bia LemFi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya LemFi e secured na wo send this car enche na nipa wo send ama no ne nsaka LemFi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal, and France. What the LemFi send this car? Untu ahwe. Bomadi ade use me code NEWS news. Na say any day they can register or LemFi so a unya bonus. Sanso and use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma.
Menu makwekwe asempa kania. Semenam na meti asempa na mo amane a na ma no keka me. Anyambia what ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Se wo ka say door to door for no de ani watwa. Esanse obie ne wa wo say wo ho sa door to door business nim. Wo nneoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana. Ana say Germany a wo de ko Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks e bekwa kodu nipa ne puno anu say try. Na de mo demonstration ko wo say adwuma de ewe mu ne say wo ho bo no. E da form say boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. E wo air freight special service. Ana nneoma ne ye de befa play. Entintempa na akwa kodu. Obetima fa sa plan we ya so de nneoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany. FAGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container. F UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana. Omo manuoma yemre import o export o dem there for you. Omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423. UK has over free 0790 802 7527. Germany 09173 771 2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantem. Wana bebo ya baso. Maybe next time in your fill up from the bebro.